Hello, everyone. This is Esperanza Walsh, and this is Art from the Heart, St. Augustine's Church. And today, again, we are doing our session remotely, and that is because of the lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Today, we are going to paint a poppy. Yes, and this is part of the application of blending. So this is another one of those exercises that involves blending. But we are going to do this differently. As you can see here, I have a drawing of my poppy, and I have a painting of my poppy, in which I have the paints, the colors listed here as yellow, that's lemon yellow, violet, green, the sap green, red. Oh, and again, please add blue to that so that you can adjust the color to darken the green color if necessary. So the first part would be to draw the poppy. I'm going to use 2 sheets of paper for this activity because the first one is going to be for the drawing and the second one is going to be for the actual painting. So let's. Okay, for this one, I start with the petal in the middle first. Okay. So this petal is actually opening up outwards. For example, if this is the petal, the tip, what we see is actually this side, and this bit here. So it's like that. What we see is something like that. And that's this drawing. And then the next bit would be the yellow portion, which is the center. And the next bit would be the purple area. And then the next bit be another petal on the other side this time. And then a petal here, and a petal here, and then the stem. And then the leaves. Again, these are just markers. I hope you can see them clearly. Well, this is a rough sketch, not really markers, but a rough sketch because we are not marking the paper to paint it, because we are going to paint it in a different sheet. So I do this because I want to see the proportions of the objects within the art piece. So this is going to be our poppy, and that's the flower, the leaves, the stem. And again, this drawing is just to see the proportion. Now we will do the actual painting. So get ready with your paintbrush and let's start. Okay, now we will start painting. And for this exercise, I'm just going to use my round brush. I'm going to start with red paint. Make sure your brush is wet. Every time you paint, make sure your brush is wet, not dripping, just wet, so that it doesn't just absorb the paint. It would allow you to carry the paint and transfer it on the paper. So this one, I'm now going to paint the petal. I'm gonna make it a little bigger. I hope I didn't make it too big. Okay, let me do that again. Right. So that's the first bit. Now I am going to paint the yellow part in the flower. So here, there we go. So I've painted the yellow part in the flower. And the next bit would be to paint the purple part. So that's going to be here. As you can see, the paint spreads, the purple paint spreads through the yellow one. Okay. There we go. Now, as you can see, this bit is white, and I did that on purpose so that we can see that the light is actually coming from the top part of the flower. So the light is actually coming from this area in that direction. Now we proceed to the next petal, the one behind the purple. Okay, this should be wide but narrow. Okay, and the next one, let me just clean this brush. Okay, there should be some sort of a gradient. So what I'm gonna do to produce that gradient is just to paint this bit with water. There we go. Okay. So now we see that this red bit is darker than this red bit. Again, that is because of where the petal is positioned and of course the lighting. Now, we need to get some more red paint and paint the rest of the petals. Okay, we have another petal there. And then here, again, another petal. Oh, I think I've put too much paint, so I need to lift some of the paint. Yeah, let me lift some from here as well. So we now have the flower itself. So that's the flower, the poppy. And then we now do the stem. Okay, I think I want my stem to be a little bit darker. So I've darkened my green paint. Okay, so oh, it's probably a little bit too dark. So I am going to paint some green in the middle, the regular one. In doing this, the color blends naturally. And it gives, when it dries, it will give that dimension as well. That dimension that this bit is actually closer to us than the sides of the stem. Now, the next bit would be, the next bit would be our leaves. Okay, so we will do that in a moment. I want to lighten the green a little bit more. So let me just make some yellow. And then I'm just gonna add some more water. Thin it a little bit. And I want my leaf to be something like this, not like this. So there we go. And then we're going to paint the other leaf. Maybe like this. And then in a similar way, I'm going to do it in a similar fashion. Make it thicker. Okay. And now, okay. Let's make 5 of those. And there we go. That's our poppy, finished. And we have applied the blending techniques that we have learned. Again, the longer we do this, the better we become. And of course, the better the quality of the work that we do. So more practice. I hope you enjoyed today's session and see you next time. Bye-bye.